Wish you the best, let me know how it goes. Wanna be free and I wanna let go. We came around and you showed us the most. I know so much shit that I cannot expose. I keep it inside and I laugh on my own. Got all the tea and I'm hotting it up. I need a shade mansion.
Welcome to LØST CULTURE, your one-stop destination for everything pop culture. My name's Astøn and my co-host today is
Tia.
All right, so today, Power Season 2, Damage Control. Season 5, Episode 2, Damage Control. All right, on this episode, we had a lot going on. I guess we can start off with Proctor. We see Proctor got his little bar thing going on, but before that, we see he meets up with Mock.
John Mock.
He meets up with Mock, and we see Mock is trying to get him to flip on. And audience knows what people he wants him to flip on, but Mock is trying to figure out which one of his defendees that he's trying to get him to flip on. And how do you feel like this is going to go? Because I feel like he's not actually... Well, now I think he might end up taking the deal and, backpedaling out of it.
Nah, I don't think he's going to take the deal. I do think he's a little shook because in his hearing, Silver testified against him and said that he was unethical and, he pretty much walks a great line. And clearly one of the... I don't know if it was a judge or somebody, whoever was on the disciplinary panel, she really had a bone to pick with Proctor. And I know he's a little shook, but I don't necessarily think he's going to take a deal at this point. I don't see that.
I want to know, because we see he definitely got shook. We see they're bringing up his past. I was wondering last week, how did he know so many people? And obviously this week they brought it up,
his parent,
his father, dad. His dad was deep into that life, and that's why he knows all these people, and he's basically trying to run from it, by changing his name.
I don't think he's trying to run from it. I think he's just trying to hide it and keep a low profile, and so he still dabbles when he needs to reach people. He know how to get them. Yeah. So he ain't running too far.
All right, yeah. So we definitely seen that. He didn't interact with Angela or nothing this week. So.
No, he only pretty much was in his he was at lunch when Mock came up to him, and then he was in he was in the bar or whatever, and then he was in the trial.
Maybe he should have called Angela, honestly. Maybe he should let Angela come. So with Proctor, we don't really see much going on with him this episode. We just see that quick 2 scenes, whatever he's in, and your favorite showed up. Silver. I still don't like Silver.
That's not my favorite.
I'm just being sarcastic, but I don't know.
He wasn't that bad on today's episode. He didn't annoy me as much as he normally does.
But he could have testified. He could have been the truth without.
But he never liked Proctor.
Yeah.
Even though Proctor brought him in, he just never liked Proctor.
Yeah, but technically, at the same time, he actually didn't allow him to stand, too. So maybe Proctor might try to figure it out with the Tasha angle. I
bet he will.
Yeah, but
that's what I think is going to happen. He won't have to cop a deal with Mock because I feel like he's going to expose the situation with Proctor, the situation with Tasha, because when he said, "You've never evaporated in the gray area for a client," and he just looked like, I don't think that's some BS.
So yeah, he knows something. He has something on Silver. We just don't know what it is yet.
Right.
So,
and he may not even know. It's just probably a gut feeling for him.
I know. I feel like Proctor covers his tracks because I feel like he's the type to have the investigator going on, the investigator type dude going on.
But he didn't know that Silver was going to testify against him, so he wouldn't have had that planned.
Well, no,
that was a surprise.
You still don't bring somebody in. He knew Jamie was dirty, so you don't bring somebody in that you can't control.
Maybe.
That's all I feel now. But
maybe.
Silver didn't really do much this episode, so I guess we can move on to I just do Jamie and Tasha together. We see this whole episode. Tasha is really heartbroken, which I understand. If you're losing a child, we see she's in the room laying down, crying.
She's having a tough time, which naturally she should.
And then we see Ghost.
I'm worried about Ghost because he's not really... I feel like he's the most unhealthy in this situation. And when you are not even acknowledging what you're going through, your grief, then you tend to spin out of control, which we've seen he does. He's calling Angela, which is really pissing me off because he doesn't want Tasha to go to the grief group. He doesn't want to talk to Tasha about the situation. It's almost like he's shut down and shutting her out completely. Yet he's blowing up Angela's phone. I understand that's your side piece or whatever, but you really are the reason your daughter's dead, and you're not even being communicative with your wife, and then you spiral out of control by going to kill somebody.
Well, I think that's part of the drinking, because we know like the first 4 seasons with like.
It ain't the drinking, it's the grief.
Well, he has an issue with drinking because they brought it up like a season or 2 ago. Really, like, you think he's drinking again when something happened? Like, do you think he's drinking again? I forgot what happened.
Oh, I don't remember.
They brought that up, so he does have. He at least had a drinking issue in the back. And that's why when like even with the gun charge, they like that's why Angela knew he wouldn't have hit the gun inside the bar because he doesn't drink because of that little of that thing. So
I forgot about that.
That's one thing I noticed. Like when I saw him in the car just sitting there drinking, and the crazy thing to me is he went and murdered the drunk driver. But he was literally sitting in the car drinking. Yeah, so I was like...
The irony in that situation.
So that's one thing, but...
Well, it was almost like... It was kind of weird because... So Tasha and Ghost went to a grief counseling session. And when they went to the grief counseling session, there was one couple in there that were talking about their child being killed by a drunk driver. And so, you know, they talked about how they wanted this guy to be hurt and they wished they could do something about it. They wanted him dead. And so pretty much Ghost took that into his own hands and decided to kill this guy. But I think it was just his way of being able to give them something and get rid of his, that was his way of showing he's grieving with them, showing he relates to them, and also getting off some frustration because he's just spiraling out of control.
And that's what I was thinking the same thing as far as like the murder aspect of it. I feel like that was his way of venting. He needs to find, healthier ways to vent rather than just going out, just killing people that he obviously, like, because it probably had some trial or something if that guy actually killed him or whatever. I'm trying to figure out how he tracked him down so quick and knew where he knew where he lived at and everything.
Didn't they say his name in the thing?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe I didn't see his name, but I thought they said where he worked at because he's outside his job waiting for him, and he knew the schedule and everything.
Maybe he did a Facebook check-in. You never know.
But he did all that, showed up, and then we see him hanging out with Tommy, gets him drug in to like, the place he doesn't want to be at.
Well, they weren't hanging out. They were meeting to conspire to try to figure out what they was going to do with Dre.
Yeah, we see that. But my favorite thing is about everybody is when they see Kanan, like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, that's everybody's like first question. Like, who the hell is he? Like, who? Yeah. So I like that everybody's doing that, and we see like Ghost's face when we see he gets pulled back into the game. The 15th time, I don't know what time, umpteenth time, like he's get pulled back in again.
Yeah, so it looks like Tommy's Connect. What's the guy's name?
The Serb. I know he's a Serb.
Yeah, the Serbian. So Tommy's Connect is upset because Tommy messed up the shipment, money is missing, yada, yada, yada. And so now he's holding all of them accountable because now Tommy owes him $2 million. So he's like, everybody is responsible. I told you not to be messing with Ghost. Now Ghost needs to help you, figure this shit out with the hemenz. And so you too, Mr. Strange Kanan over there.
Yeah.
And so Ghost is getting further and further away from his life of a legitimate businessman.
Yeah, definitely. Going off of Ghost's legitimate business, we see Tate is super grabby.
So grabby.
Because we see Ghost actually does discuss
this ain't his lowest point. Lowest was the funeral.
We see when Ghost actually discussed with Tasha about her doing the press conference, he actually respected it. And like, maybe we'll find a different way to convince her.
Yeah.
And he was actually being genuine about it. Like, maybe we'll bring her to the mixer or whatever, and you will change your mind. But we see the mixer was really just a press conference.
It was a setup. He pretty much put them on the spot to where they're doing a press conference in regards to their daughter's death, even though they didn't want to. But he wanted to use it so that he could raise more money for Raina's memorial, or what was it, the Queen's?
For the project they're doing.
For the community center. But really, this is money to raise for his campaign for governor.
Yeah, and I think Ghost is better than I am. Because I don't think I would have went up there. I probably would I probably would have just waved and like.
Ghost is a fool, is what Ghost is. I feel like he's being played like a puppet because he's so desperate to go legit, which I could completely understand why you would want to. But you are literally letting this man manipulate you, embarrass you, and kind of strip away your manhood one episode at a time, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean.
Because he's like real bitch-like.
They said 19 million though, man. 19.
15.
Oh, the 15? I thought it was 19. I don't know where I got 19 from. I thought it was 19 million, but hey.
Sorry. I only remembered 15 million because something else, but that's, yeah.
Yeah. Like 19 million. I don't know. I might be up there.
No. You are grieving your daughter's death. You are not going to be thinking about the 19 million over that.
Well, I don't know. Cause he's thinking about the future long term too, and he's still trying to think about the second child, which we see he's still Tariq. Which we didn't get that much screen time, but we see he feels like he's responsible.
He is. Him and his daddy.
He is. We see he's feeling responsible for Raina's death. Mm-hmm. We see. I'm trying to figure out if he even still wants to go to that choke school because it's the first time we heard of it since last season.
I don't think Tariq wants to go to that school.
And we see
he
Ghost
got something
really,
up his sleeve.
And we see Ghost really don't want him out of his sight. But I don't know. I think that might still be the best move for Tariq is to get him out of New York with everything that's going around.
I would like to see Tariq go off to school just so he wouldn't be on the show anymore.
but
I know that I think that, like, Tariq is lying. Like, his mother is asking him if he still wants to go. He's saying, yeah, he's not going to tell anybody about Raina and not going to talk about the situation. But Tariq is a known liar, and I feel like there's something else that's going to happen. I don't know what. My gut tells me it's going to be some type of hookup with Dre. Because all roads lead back to Dre lately. I mean, last season it was to Kanan. But this season I think it's mostly Dre. Like, that's where his loyalty is. His loyalty is to Dre. Even though he just got his sister killed, his loyalty should be with his family. But for whatever reason, his loyalty is to Dre.
All right. I mean, since you brought Dre up.
And maybe, I guess, because did Dre tell him where to find Ray Ray?
Dre did
tell
him,
but it was after he pulled a gun on him. So it wasn't like it was voluntary.
But also Dre did check up on him, too, after the situation. So maybe he feels like right there. And when everything was going on with Ghost, his babysitter was Dre. So that was who was taking him to school, picking him up from school,
true.
Playing basketball with him every day was Dre. So that might be where that connection.
This is true.
The connection where that comes from, as far as that goes. But as far as it really just all came back to me just now. I was saying last week, why he's so loyal to Dre for, but just that all just came to me. I realized that's who he's playing basketball with every day, and the person who did that last time when it was Sean.
Right.
And you see how he was really how he got where he was now for him grieving Sean. So that's basically the shoes that Dre fills for him is the big brother role. Mm-hmm. So we see how he plays that. But are we seeing a chink in Dre's armor? Could we see we got Ariel and we got his homeboys from back, not his homeboys, but that's the I forgot his name, the homeboy. Dre
has a lot of issues right now. I mean, so first of all, I think this power has gone to Dre's head a little bit, right? Like he really, you're right. He got his friends that, pretty much came up with him in the game, and he's having to push back on them and assert his authority on the situation, especially when they don't listen to his orders. And then also the other struggle is he has the hemenz. Yeah, like that situation is just very strange.
But I think part of Dre's issue is I remember when me and my friends, when I got promoted and I was above my friends, it was kind of like a growing pain there where you had to because I don't know if you're because so basically you're used to doing everything together, and now you are basically telling your friends what to do, and they're not used to that, and you're not used to really telling your friends how to do it, so you're developed.
See, I'm naturally bossy, so when I went through that stage, it didn't feel like a transition for me.
Oh, so I feel like that's what Dre is going through right now. So
nah, it ain't that might be a growing pain for his friends. Dre is just straight up an asshole.
Yeah,
that's really what that boils down to. His ego is through the roof.
Yeah, I think but at the same time, his boy put his own life in line because their original plan was to kill who did that kill kill for them.
Yeah.
So now he's jeopardizing, like, you my boy. I'm technically supposed to kill you. And you see Ariel saying, like, hey, you know we want to kill, like, we have to off him and his, like, the guy with the glasses. Because that was the original plan. This gets back to us. The Hemenz is going to kill us.
Right.
So either way, we're screwed. Either you're going to lose your childhood friends or we're going to lose, or all of us are going to die.
I mean, they all going to end up dying anyway. That's what the street life will do to you. So you might as well say goodbye to them now. Hell.
But I don't know if he wants to be the one to kill. Like, we see when Kanan made him kill his other friend, how he was like...
I mean, Dre, you're going to need to pick a side. Tough or not tough? Like, which one you going to
Oh, this is a reminder what I brought up last week. How the hell is Ghost and Dre working together? Like, they still work in the same club together.
Dang! I don't understand that. I was so confused when I seen Dre in the club about to go knock off the chick in the bathroom. And then Ghost looking at him like, this just doesn't make sense. That's the one thing in this storyline that is just completely weird.
That's what, like, I don't understand it. Like, that's what I know, like, people say, like, only thing I can think of is, like, Birdman and Lil Wayne. They work together, but I'm like, there's no way. We literally were just shooting at each other.
And we're in the same club.
We work together on a regular basis. And I don't understand how that works.
I don't get it. It makes no sense to me.
I don't know how they're gonna get. Obviously, the Ghost can't fire him because of the
Karen situation.
But these two can't. And Dre, I'm trying to figure out how is Dre gonna kill him and take over cause Dre, I'm pretty sure Dre is not on the deeds. Like,
no,
not in the will. Like, I'm gonna kill Ghost. I'm gonna take over the clubs. That's not how.
He doesn't want to kill Ghost. Ghost wants to kill Dre.
But he was just shooting. He just shot Ghost last week.
Only because he was trying to save his life. Like, they was trying to kill him. So he was shooting so that he didn't die.
Yeah, but...
Like, in that moment, you're not like, oh, how am I going to get the deeds to the club? Like, you ain't thinking. Like, you just trying to make sure you get out of there alive.
I don't know, man. I feel like Dre is in... It's like a loser situation for Dre.
It is. Well, so it's time to die, Dre.
On all situations. And we see Ariel starting like... He don't like the way Dre is running shop now.
Because it's messy.
It's super messy. And we see, like, even with the call that Dre made with hiring a young guy over the older one, and even though the older guy was more knowledgeable, they kept the ship in line better, Dre wanted someone that he could, like, bully, basically.
Right.
And
which is the sign of a weak leader. Because strong leaders want the strongest person. They don't want somebody that's going to be a yes man and somebody that they can manipulate. You need to have, in order to be a successful leader, you need to have the best surrounding you so that you can be your absolute best and everybody can rise to that level. That's a weak leader who wants weak links. And I
seen he was stupid when Dre walks in there like, good job on that drive-by. That was you, right?
Yeah.
And he just like, yeah, that was me. I'm
right.
Like,
that's manipulation.
Like, how do you know one of those people around him was like a snitch or something?
Right.
So,
that's why you wouldn't even want that person to be on your team.
No, I wouldn't even confess to a murder out loud, first of all.
Stupid ass to anybody.
But we see that happen. We saw, like, and we see he, like, Ariel even looked at him like, bro, you dumb. Like, you're stupid. So we see all that. We see Ariel's tripping. Matt don't like him. We see his homeboys arguing. We see Kanan actually seeing that fight. Yes. How do you feel like Kanan gonna take over that situation?
See, this is where Kanan thrives. He loves to get in and just continue to drive you apart anytime he sees a little bit of a separation.
We seen him last season with Tommy.
He did it with Tariq too.
He did do it with Tariq.
And he did it with Dre.
So
that's what Kanan does, which is actually exactly what 50 Cent does. But so I think he's definitely going to capitalize on that situation. Hopefully, on episode 3, we see a little bit more of that play out. But he's watching that. He's definitely going to try to help widen that relationship rift.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's going to. And like I said, there's a lot of moving parts to the whole Dre situation, but I definitely think that's going to be another issue that Dre's going to have to face.
And one issue I had with
that's why you just got to kill him.
Yeah. So moving on, like the Kanan side of the story this week. My only issue with Kanan was like that car scene that him and Ghost had when he was like hyping up Tariq about all the gangster stuff he did.
That was weird.
Yeah, kind of like Kanan. Like he's not like he's a little bit smart. He is pretty smart.
Who you mean, Tariq?
Yeah, Tariq is pretty smart, but the way like he like maneuvered through the game just from like learning from Tommy and Ghost. But I don't think like that's like a spot where Ghost really don't feel like going in him right now because that's really already right now really have like tension about that.
Right.
So I don't understand why he would still be rubbing salt in that wound.
Because that's what Kanan does. Kanan is he's a street guy. And street guys don't think about somebody's feelings and where their head is at right now. He wants Tariq to come on in the game, and that's what he's going to keep on preaching.
So,
because in Kanan's mind, it's like he the one who screwed Tariq on the game. Even though he's saying Tariq natural, he gangsta, he this, he wants credit for that.
all right.
In my opinion. He wants credit because he's the one who kind of, has been pushing him along.
I just hope Tariq will end up with one of those two, either Kanan or Dre. I'm hoping
it's gonna be Dre.
Yeah, I hope not. Like, because Dre has got a sinking ship right now. So,
which is exactly why Tariq would be going with Dre because he's stupid.
And we see Kanan switch his plans now from taking over Dre's organization to taking over Tommy's organization.
Because Tommy's is bigger. The Serbians, if they kill the Hemenz,
they get both tier 2.
Right.
All right, so I can see that.
So he going straight to the top.
But wouldn't it be smart for him just like, I feel like it'd be smart for him just to work with Tommy because Tommy's on both coasts right now. I don't think he knows Tommy's on both coasts.
He ain't about to, Kanan ain't trying to be second or partners. He trying to be the man. You ain't about to go look for somebody you can team up with. You trying to be the man.
So, going with that, so my thing is, I don't know if Kanan's going to end up killing Tommy or one of these 5 other people Tommy got a problem with now with.
He's going to have a rough season. He's going to have a rough season, but I don't think Tommy going to get killed.
I'm still sticking with that.
He might end up in jail with his daddy, but I don't think he's going to die.
Because we see the FBI connected those two together now.
Yes.
Connected him and his dad together.
Yep.
We see his connect is threatening to kill Tommy.
Yep.
We see Dre is still gonna try to kill Tommy.
Yep.
And now Kanan wants the organization. And at the same time, we see Thomas moving back in with Tasha. Not Tasha, Keisha.
Little bit, just a little.
We see the banana pancakes. He's like,
ooh, thanks, Keisha.
And damn, I
don't know, but Tommy, one thing I'm happy about Tommy is that at least they ain't focusing on, he not showing a whole lot of problems with drugs because he was out of control last season with the whole Holly fiasco and the cocaine and drinking.
It seems like with War, Tommy focuses more better than Ghost does. We see like when it's more stressful situation, we see Tommy like coming alive and like he's more focused and like
this is true.
Yeah. So I think that's where he thrives at, like when chaos is going on.
Ghost is a good strategizer when things are moving slow. He likes to be methodic, move slow, plan things out, whereas Tommy is good under pressure.
Yeah, so I see that. And one thing I didn't think was with the Victor situation. I didn't know Victor was the guy who bought the drugs from him. I didn't even catch that. Mm-hmm. We see. I didn't think Tommy would go in there the way he did. Tommy is normally more of an alpha male. Like we see, even when like he tried to clean up his mess with the hitter when he found out he about to die, Tommy was just gonna kill him off in a second. And we see like his stepdad or whatever or godfather, like that's not how we do business in our system.
Right.
And we see he actually like visited his dad and we're like, okay, I gotta man up to this. Normally Tommy's just like shit happens type.
You know what? It's kind of like any other situation. When you're new to a situation, you really got to fill it out before you really know how you can move. So I think he's treading lightly because he don't know these people. He don't know these players. Whereas in his other organization, he's used to this like all day long. That's where he grew up. That's his roots. He knows that like the back of his hand. He dealing with a whole different breed of people, and no pun intended. But he's dealing with a whole different group, a whole new organization. And any wrong move, which he's been making a lot of them, is going to get his head blown off. And that's why I think he's moving a little slow.
All right.
And this man, if he just found out it's his father, he's also trying to bond with him too. Mm-hmm. So he don't want to mess that up. If he like, I just got a dad, I just got a family, I don't want to mess that up. I think that plays a role in that too. All
right, so damn, I just want to know how this is gonna turn out for him, because we see it's not gonna be too long before he messes up again, and or he messes up again. And you got anything else you want to touch on the Tommy or?
No, I'm good on Tommy.
All right, I guess we can hit Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I'm looking to put Angela and bring Tasha back around one more time. Because these two, I don't understand why they're meeting up in public.
That's the only thing, I'll be honest. I don't have any problems with these two this week. Last week I hated everybody. This week I'm like, okay, we simmering down a little bit on the characters. I don't have a problem with Tasha and Angela collaborating, strategizing, or trying to fix the situation. That doesn't bother me. It bothers me that they're meeting in public, like you just said.
Yeah, like they just like everybody already hates her because of Jamie. He's calling her phone repeatedly.
He's an idiot though, but that's a whole other story. I already said that.
I don't understand why these two are meeting in public. That's my big issue with it. I don't like buying them working together. I feel like them meeting in public.
Here's a burner phone in public.
And we see Proctor's known, not Proctor, Mock, because Mock had the we know he was sending investigators. We see to follow people.
Yeah.
So they already don't trust Angela.
Right.
So I don't see why she would be. She knows she's on thin ice already. Anyway.
I don't think she realizes how thin her ice is with those two. Like, she knows they don't like her, but I don't think she expects that they would be following her or investigating her or anything like that.
But my thing is,
I think she thinks they're afraid of her because she's now the boss.
Well, but
she's very naive. She's always been naive.
She was afraid to get in trouble for the whole Tariq situation, but she leaves tracks to herself.
Because she's not a criminal.
But she's not a criminal, no. But like her.
But I'm saying, so she's not thinking like a criminal. She's thinking like a normal fool.
I'm like, you just, because you're looking into cases and stuff that all connect to this Ray guy, and then we find out who D Gaines is. I thought it was the dark skinned guy, but it was her IT guy who called her toxic. So I see why she used his ID now, because she's like, he fucked me over last season, so I don't really care about you. And she like in his face like, yeah, I'll call IT about your account. No, she could just give it to him. Like,
well, of course.
I mean, she just couldn't give it to him, but.
She's like, I'm gonna wait till I finish using your shit, man.
Yeah, so, and I hate that, like, another thing you brought up, that she never exits out any of her programs. She just closes it.
The monitor. Who just powered off the monitor? That's just the dumbest thing ever. You close out the programs and turn the monitor off, or just leave the monitor on. You close the programs.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you the last time I turned the monitor off. Ever. I don't think. Like, the only time the monitor goes off is if the computer shuts down and reboots. so
I didn't understand that, but I don't know what she's going to do. I think that's really all the characters we had this week.
Yeah.
Do you have a power move this week?
Who had the power move of the week? You know what? I'm going to say John Mock had the power move of the week.
I was going with the serve. I like the way he just pulled up with the G-Wagon out of nowhere.
Yeah, but that didn't really take much. Like, you get out with 14 people with guns drawn. I mean, it's like, whatever. I mean, it is powerful, but it's not strategic.
Strategic, no, but he did just get like two more of the biggest players in New York under his team, basically. That's the only thing I was looking at. Like, so he got Kanan and Ghost now, and he already had Tommy, so he got all three of them now, all working for him. And fuck it, they kill him. He already went to. If the Jimenez killed them, they already helped him out. Anyway, either way, it's like a win-win situation for him.
But he didn't pull that power. Like, that just fell in his lap. So that's why I say John Mock pulled a strategic power move, is because his was very strategic. His whole goal is to keep Proctor's back up against the wall so that he's more likely to help him and give him, help him bring a case against Ghost, because that's what he really wants.
Yeah. So you saying Proctor got or Mock? Mock. All right.
And I think, plus, because not only is he trying to bring down Ghost, he also wants to bring down Angela.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's a power move on his part.
With that, for your power move, that actually leads me to my prediction. I feel like Angela somehow is gonna catch a case because she's bringing all the crumbs to herself, and she's gonna catch a case some way.
Oh yeah.
And
Angela about to get got.
and that's like my big thing. Angela's catching the case, and I'm still sticking with Tommy is dead by the end of this season.
I don't know if he's gonna be dead. I don't think so. We'll see though. We'll see.
All right. You got any predictions or
predictions for the season?
Yeah.
Not yet. I feel like episode 2 is still shaping the season, so I'm holding back on my predictions. I mean, I have some feelings, I have some thoughts, but it's all just random stuff. It's nothing. It's nothing that holds any water to me. Not right now.
All right. So you think Dre gonna end up at top? You gonna think he?
Nah, Dre already floundering. He is not a leader. He's just not. He's too he weak. You know, the man gives you a girl and tells you to go have sex with her in the bathroom. You listen, then he come in try to watch. I mean, I just feel like Dre is only as good as the weakest person under him. He only wants weak people around him, and there's no way you can continue to climb and be on top when you have all weak people around you. So
Actually,
Dre, I want
to change my power move. That's the power of the Hemenz brother. He makes Dre wants to leave and he's having sex the first time. He's like, no, stay there, let me finish. It makes him watch him finish. Then he either go smash her right now.
I don't think that's a power move though.
That is ultimate power move.
That's
Dre
bully. That's not power.
That is bull. That is power. He has full control of Dre. Every time Dre does anything, he tells him.
That's because Dre's weak.
Hey, man.
Just because somebody's weak, that doesn't make you powerful, which means it can't be considered a power move. Now, I know it's a matter of opinion, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Well.
Mark got it for me.
Well, that's all we have this week for Power Season 5, Episode 2. Damage Control. My name is Astøn. This is
Tia. Find me on Instagram at My Time My Way.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter under Saint_Astøn. As always, stay lost.
I'ma just take my knots and cash. They can never tie me down, that's facts. All that bark, but we know he's a cat. I don't really like going tit for tat. I'ma just come like tat, tat, tat. I'ma just end that there, that's that. Yeah.